Greetings, everyone. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, reviewing new albums all the damn time. We got a brand new 2025 release for you. Just came out like a week or two ago. And if you're a prog fan, I ask you the question, do you guys remember the Italian band Sailor Free? I got to admit, when the label reached out to me and said, hey, Pete Pardo, we want to send you the new Sailor Free for review on your channel and webzine, where can I send it to? And I was like, holy cow, Sailor Free. I haven't heard that name in ages. Many folks will remember this band kind of came out in the early 90s. They had their self-titled debut in 92, and then in 1994 they released The Fifth Door on the Laser's Edge, Ken Golden's label, with that great album cover. And I remember getting that, listening to that back in the day and thinking, hey, the album cover is great. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of proggy and psychedelic, and there's Mellotron and big heavy guitars, and it's, this, it's that. And then I never heard another word from the band, and they kind of like disappeared from my brain till recently. Little did I know that they actually have, this is their third album that I'm going to show you in a second. Since they reunited back in the 2010s, they've got Spiritual Revolution 2012, Spiritual Revolution Part 2 in 2016, and now here in 2025, we've got Spiritual Revolution Part 3 from Sailor Free. All right, so let's take a look at this before we start talking about it. It's a lot of white going on here. And they are on Tide Records. Okay. Yeah, not much to show here. Like I said, a lot of white. A lot of white. And then the booklet. More white. Lyrics. Credits. All that good stuff. No photographs of the band, unfortunately. Nowhere to be found here. So we've got the core of the band and lots of guest musicians on here. I could probably just read it right from here. We've got David Petrosino on vocals, piano, keyboards, guitar, bass, percussion. He's kind of like the main guy in the band. Ironically enough, my dentist's name is Petrosino. There you go. Stefano the Hook Barelli on guitars. Alfonso Nini on bass and backing vocals, and Stefano Toni on percussions and backing vocals. That's the basis of the band. Guest musicians, there's a lot of them. Luca Calabro on drums, Stefano Falcone on drums, Claudio Mosconi on bass, Emanuele Fiangini on bass, Nando Citarella on tambourine, Stefano Rebecca on sax, low whistle, and Chanel, I don't know what Chanel is, Cecilia Amici on backing vocals, Brian Petrosino, keyboards, backing vocals, and Ethan Petrosino on backing vocals. The album produced by David Petrosino, recorded and mixed by Raimondo Moschi and David Petrosino at Tide Records Studio. Cover design and artwork by Terrence Briscoe. So, I hadn't heard this band in so long that honestly I kind of forgot what they sounded like. So when I played this new album, I was like, whoa, parts of this are a lot heavier than I remember this band. And I was instantly drawn to the fact that so much of this album sounds like a head-on collision between Porcupine Tree and Riverside. Maybe with a little dollop of Anathema and Pink Floyd thrown in. But yeah, mostly I get like Porcupine Tree and Riverside vibes all throughout this, from the vocal melodies, the way the guitar riffs are set up, the kind of like ambient meets electronic meets prog keyboard soundscapes and things like that. It's a cool listen for sure, and you'll find that it's even though this is a fairly obscure band, you'll find that there's something kind of comforting in the music if you're a fan of those other bands, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. It starts off with kind of like a little instrumental interlude thing called Spiritual Overture 3, and then it goes right into Incognito, which is a big, heavy rockin' affair. The riffs on the heavy songs, it's close to metal, but again, more in like metal, like Riverside, or again Porcupine Tree. Like when at their heaviest, that's kind of what this is like, right? So it's not quite prog metal, but it's beefy enough to almost be there. In between some of the heavier tracks, you have these very melodic, almost like somber type of kind of poppy prog pieces. So like All I Need is kind of in that vein, but then The Ghoul Within might be the heaviest song on the album. That's pretty much approaching metal, but it's so catchy and the riffs are so cool. So Beautiful is absolutely haunting. Again, if you like the more dreamy, poppy kind of psych Porcupine Tree stuff, Steven Wilson solo, right? You'll love So Beautiful. Not For Me, also pretty catchy, kind of rocks. Let Me In, another good one. Disappear. Gambling is pretty heavy, right? You got like probably like 4 heavy tracks on here. Not For Me also kind of rocks too, and then The Watcher is this kind of dreamy, proggy, psych type of thing to finish out the album. Really well done. I really like the vocals a lot on here. At times, the songs are, it's like 41 minutes long. It's not like an overly long album, but it's pretty enjoyable. I don't really have anything bad to say about it at all. The production is good, maybe not great. At some spots, some of the instruments sound a little bit claustrophobic, but I think it's really well done. And the more you listen to it, the more you pick up on the great vocal melodies and harmonies, and the nice use of keys. And like I said, it's pretty heavy in spots. Maybe I would have liked another heavy track or two. I like the dreamy stuff too, but the heavy stuff really speaks to me. But I think it's really good. I'm going to give this like a 3.75 out of 5. I really like it, and like I said, if you love kind of the more up tempo, heavy, but still proggy and spacey and dreamy Riverside and Porcupine Tree, I think you're really going to dig these guys. I'm going to put, they don't have a Bandcamp page, so I'm going to put the link up to the YouTube page where it's got the whole album in its entirety, so you can go listen to it, and you can easily find copies of these out there, and the band's website is out there and stuff, so they're not hard to get. So definitely go check it out. I think a lot of people will really dig this. It's very modern sounding, which is kind of cool. It's nothing really retro here, unless you consider like Porcupine Tree and Riverside from the last 15, 20, 25 years retro, which I guess could be, right? So go check it out. Sailor Free Spiritual Revolution Part 3. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. I love how the camera does that. When you hold something up that's really light, it like darkens up. It like grabs that, and then I go to black. Same thing like when I'm wearing a white shirt. It doesn't really work on cameras like these. But anyway, visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options, all down below. Thanks in advance for all your support. It's greatly appreciated. And please go out and support new prog here in 2025. Heavy prog, I might add. Sailor Free Spiritual Revolution Part 3. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.